The main opposition party of Maldives, the Maldivian Democratic Party, which holds a majority in parliament, has gathered enough signatures to submit a motion to impeach Maldivian President Mohamed Muizzu. Maldivian local media has said this. It reported, quoting a lawmaker from MDP, that the MDP in partnership with Democrats have gathered enough signatures for an impeachment motion. Remember, this is happening in Maldives even as it addresses strained relations with India. I have my colleague Vishnu Shom joining us with more details on this. Vishnu, the question is whether the situation for Maldivian President Mohamed Muizzu will go out of hand or not. Explain to us the ramifications of this impeachment motion.
Well, the impeachment motion has to go through first, but what we are now hearing out of the Maldives, the day after there were clashes within the Maldivian parliament, is that the MDP, that's the primary opposition party, along with members of other opposition parties, have the numbers which they require to push for an impeachment motion against the President Mohamed Muizzu. Remember, President Mohamed Muizzu is quite clearly anti-India. Quite recently, he'd gone to China. There have been several anti-India statements which have been made. Indian soldiers who actually help provide the Maldives with a service to help evacuate people using Indian aircraft and helicopters which are deployed over there. They've been asked to leave as well. China in the recent past has said that India is a local hegemon. At the same time, while China makes that statement, they've got a spy ship coming towards Malé, and it's scheduled to dock on the 8th of next month. So that is the background, but there are fast-paced political developments now. It does appear that President Muizzu is losing support of key elements, and there are 56 signatures which are required among opposition leaders. The MDP already is the largest party in the Maldivian parliament, and they are in the opposition, and therefore if that impeachment motion does go through, there is a strong possibility that Mohamed Muizzu will be removed from office. So that is what the situation is. The impeachment motion hasn't formally yet been submitted, but there is an expectation that that could happen very soon.
Also, Vishnu, tell us about this MDP, which is the opposition party, but which seems to at least have the numbers, and Ibrahim Mohamed Solih, who's seen as an ally to India. What does this hold for India?
Well, India would be looking at this very, very closely, because the fact of the matter is, at a time when India is deeply concerned about Chinese moves in the Indian Ocean region, we just do not under any circumstances want the Maldives to become some sort of a vassal state of China. And that's what the real worry is over here, to have China literally at our doorstep. Now, there are also, perhaps even more substantially, there's an enormous historical, cultural association between the people of the Maldives and people of India. And therefore, that is a relationship which is time-honored, which is tested. India is a key development partner of the Maldives as well. But to have a big anti-India, pro-China play in the Maldives is something which is entirely unacceptable for India, given the broader geopolitical tensions that we are seeing in the Indian Ocean region.
Vishnu, for joining us with those details. I also have senior journalist R.K. Radhakrishnan joining us on the phone line. R.K., thank you very much for speaking to NDTV. What reports say and what we hear is MDP, in partnership with Democrats, seems to have gathered enough signatures for an impeachment motion against President of Maldives. What does this mean for President Muizzu and also for India?
I believe this is another pressure tactic before the parliamentary elections are due on March 17th. I think MDP and Democrats have to come together to present an alternative to the people of Maldives. I think that's exactly what is happening. People of Maldives do not care much for aligning with China or aligning with India, as long as their needs are taken care of. They have deep cultural and all kinds of other ties with Indians. In fact, a lot of people students study in India, particularly in Pandaram and other places. They have deep cultural roots and whatnot. Given that background, I think the people of Maldives are more bothered about what is the recent, and they really do not want this to go any further. I think that is where MDP and the Democrats need to capitalize in, and I think that is where the president also has to take a step back and decide if he has to continue on this path down the road, or does he need to do a course correction now.
Right, RK, just hours ago, we saw protests had erupted after MDP, which is led by Mohamed Solih. Also, it holds majority in the parliament. They withheld approval for 4 members in the cabinet. So clearly, there is some sort of resentment against the president. Is that the case?
Yeah, absolutely. The beauty of the Maldivian system is that the president is directly elected by the people, but at the same time, the president can pick anybody he wants as ministers. Now, till then, the president has all the say. He can do anything, just about anything he wants. But all the members of the cabinet have to be approved by the parliament, the Majlis. Now, this is where the problem comes. Every single president has had this problem, and that's the reason why Nasheed at one point of time told that we have to revert to a parliamentary system of governance, and that is what he has been fighting for. Now, this is a beautiful system of checks and balances where the president cannot act on his own as long as he doesn't have the parliament on its side. I think that is where the problem lies, and this is actually a technical issue, and it's a good technical issue to have because the president cannot do just as he wishes in Maldives, and this is a reflection of that.